Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Mindy, and in today's video I am going to be showing you my entire pin collection as well as everything I use to trade in the park. Okay, before I show you the pin collection that I have, I'm going to go ahead and start off with showing you what I use to trade in the parks. So I'm going to start with the newest item that I have, and there's already kind of pin marks and such on it, but this is the pin board that I am going to be taking with us on our next trip, just to have to put our pins that we're trading, just to have a bigger space to put all of them, and then also rack pins. This is by GoPin Pro. They have, I don't remember what size this is called, but I love it, and it's yellow, matches my DJI case. I love it so much, and it just holds so many pins. I actually took this with me and one of my friends to a little Disney pin trading event here in Texas, and this worked great. I loved it so much. One of the newer things that I take with me into the parks is the Pinfolio. So the Pinfolio, this is also by GoPin Pro. All of the stuff that I use is from GoPin Pro. This Pinfolio has a clear little slip in the front. You can unzip it, and what I normally do is I keep the active traders that I'm going to be using here in the front so I know which ones I'm able to trade, and I normally keep the ones that I'm not trading here in the back of it, but these are actually my traders, so I just have to move these to the front whenever we start trading. So they have this one, and then there's another one here in the back. So this is what this one is. I love it. I think this one is a great one in the park. If you don't intend on trading too much or maybe buying a lot of pins, then the Pinfolio would be a good purchase. And then the classic, the little mini pin boards. You can't go wrong with these. I love them. They are so handy. And also I have the little clear slip that you can put these in. Now, the clear slip ones, like this will only fit a few pins. So if you do intend on buying more pins in the parks and trading more, this would probably not be the best option. Maybe this one. But if you're a Disney local and you take this with you and you know you're only going to be trading however many pins that you got, this is perfect. I think that if you're getting into pin trading, you're only planning to do a little bit of pin trading, then the little mini boards are a great option. I bought the full pack of this teal color, and then I actually got this one sent to me whenever I bought a pin from someone. They gave me one of their extra boards, so now I have these. Okay, so I figured that I would go over the collections that each of us have, my husband and I. On his collection, his two things that he normally collects is Star Wars and or his Marvel collection. So at the top, kind of just have those sectioned off there. And then his Guardian / Marvel, and he does love Stitch, so he has a few of those. And then the bottom in his collection, some of those are just random, like some really cool ones that we found in the park, like this Chicken Little. That was actually on a pin board, if you can believe it. We also have a few that we have found from an estate sale, which I think I mentioned earlier, like these two right here. These were actually in the lanyard for the estate sale. Down here, one of my collections is Munchlings. Now, I don't collect all Munchlings, but some of these are just really, really cute, so I like to try and get the ones that I really like. And then up here at the top, one collection that I have is kind of like a in the parks collection, so I have all different pins that are for each of the parks at Disney World. So at the top, I have some of these, and a lot of these I have either gotten from a pin trading event or from the estate sale. This one being one of the estate sale pins, and it is a slider pin. So I have all different parks, rides, things like that. And also some of these pins I do order and I get from people, like off of the pin trading page on Facebook, that people sometimes sell their pins. Here in the middle and the top is more like our Disney parks, Mickey, Minnie, and then the top is more John and I, my husband. We have some stuff up here that we have, like we got a pin for our engagement, we got one for getting married, and then this was one pin from our most recent trip. But this middle section is kind of just like general Disney World pins, and then some stuff that is more themed to Mickey and Minnie. Some of these open. The Skyliner pin, it shifts left and right. Such a cute pin. And then this one, the casting agency one, opens as well. And then this one is actually, they sell in the parks again. And then down here, with the family that had all their pins sold and things like that, they actually did have a lot of their travel pins. So that's kind of what I have here. Some of these, like, I did buy on my own, but these, like, cruise pins, and then some of these things for, like, Alaska, Alani, those are from them. This one's actually from an antique shop. And then over here on this side, I kind of call, like, my early 2000s collection. I got this one doing a pin trading event here in Texas. And then this was actually one of the first pins that I ever bought. It's probably one of my favorite pins that I own, that Lizzie McGuire pin. I just have like some 2007, 2008 pins here at the bottom in this section. And then these movie poster pins, I don't know if people still like sell these as like, you know, pin sellers and whatnot, but these are some of my favorite pins to collect. And I have a few more that I'll show you when we get over to the princesses, but they are beautiful pins. I would love to have the entire collection for that. This is my entire princess collection. Originally, I had just anticipated on making one for Tiana and for Cinderella because they are my favorites, but the collection obviously grew. I added some stuff in for Belle for Beauty and the Beast, and then added into some for Ariel, Rapunzel, different stuff for Frozen. And then, yeah. And then there's another Mulan movie poster. That's such a pretty pin. And then the last collection that I have is probably one of my favorites, and it is my Emperor's New Groove collection. I absolutely adore Yzma. I think she is the funniest and best villain ever. And I found this one pin, the 20th anniversary of Emperor's New Groove, and I had to get this pin. This one and my Lizzie McGuire pin are probably my two favorite pins that I own. But this is just my other collection, one of my prized possessions. But this is kind of what we're working with right now. There is still like some open space and whatnot, but we do have a few trips coming up. So there's plenty of room for us to be able to fill out some more space with pins. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me in the comments which one of the pins that I have is your favorite. And what stuff do you use when you're trading in the park? I'd love to know.